Hello lovely viewers, it's that time of the year again, and I know most of you have been eagerly anticipating the start of your favorite program, and we are also glad to be bringing you the NSMQ review show. The NSMQ for this year promises to be as exhilarating as ever before, so do stay tuned. My name is Ato Kwamena Afo Cleland. On this year's edition, we'll be looking at the various balloting fixtures across the country, but bear in mind that the regional starts on the 3rd of May 2021. So for more updates and information, do follow our social media handles. It's at NSMQ Ghana on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. To kickstart this year's edition, and this episode will be focusing on the central, the northern, the northeast, and the Savannah region. So I've been joined to do this discussion via Zoom by Mr. James William Akampulimba from Tamale SHS, Mr. Fifi Hope, who is Assistant Headmaster of Infantipim Senior High School. I also have with me Mr. Charles Diroxi Edufo, who is from Agre Memorial. And these are the gentlemen who will be helping me with the discussion. Gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
So let's quickly delve into the discussions. Mr. James Akampulimba, I'll start with you now. Looking at the balloting that was held in your region, how was the feel like? How was the atmosphere? Can you give us some updates?
Well, it was a normal atmosphere, after balloting. Everyone comes in cool, wishing that after balloting you have very cool running schools to deal with. So it was a normal atmosphere that we have always had over the years. So that's pretty, yeah.
All right, so Mr. Fifi Hope, let me come to you. The same question, how was the atmosphere like when you found out the people you would be facing?
Oh, it was, how do I even describe it? I mean, it's a normal feeling. It's a normal feeling that you always get anytime there's a draw. You want to know those you are meeting and find out if you have a good chance of progressing. And so we looked at it and realized that if we work hard, we can progress. So basically from the point of view of one school, that's how I put it. And generally, people were of the opinion that once a school is seeded and you happen to be in that group, you needed to work extra hard to unseat him from that seat at the regional level, let me put it that way. So it's an impression that we can all work at correcting that once a school is, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's always going to come up as the best.
So you are saying that you don't think that the seeded schools won't necessarily be the victors in their contests?
You cannot say so because the seed was picked by a previous pair, which will not most often than not be in the next contest. And so you are going into a contest with a new set of students altogether. And so one cannot say that last year they did well, therefore automatically they would again do well. Of course, some schools have a certain track record and you need to judge that one as well. So it could be here and there if I can do it.
All right, so Mr. Charles Diroxi, looking at the atmosphere when the balloting was done in your region, how was it like? Tell me something about it.
It was not different from what my brother Fifi said, but the issue was that as the balloting was ongoing, most of the schools were trying to, avoid, as he said, the seeded schools. Some were shouting when we are going to pick Infantipim. And I also saw that some of the schools were avoiding Agri being veterans too. They are significantly fortified. And we hope to get a nice competition, but the euphoria was normal.
We do hope to get a nice competition. So quickly, let us look at the various contests that will be done in the northern, northeast, and the Savannah regions. So contest 1, James, I'll start with you. We have St. Charles Minor Seminary, Kaupohin SHS, Tatali EP Agrek SHS, and Savelugu SHS. These are the schools who will be contesting first. What are your thoughts on these particular schools and who looks likely to come out as the victor?
Wow. It's really going to be a very competitive one because Kaupohin has been a new entrant, and since they entered, they have always been doing well. Last year, this pair was, the two of them met. I mean, St. Charles and Carpohene met. And I think St. Charles won by 1 point just at the tail end of the program before they were able to win. And so this time around, I've seen Carpohene moving from school to school, trying to prep up their students so that they'll be able to win this time around. And so for now, cannot, even though St. Charles looks a bit ahead of Carpohene, but Carpohene can pull a surprise because they are preparing very well. Yes.
So you think that Carpohene will be looking out for revenge over St. Charles Seminary?
Yes, seriously.
Okay. So contest 2, that is for you, Fifi. Tamale Girls SHS, Karaga SHS, Tamale Islamic SHS, and Sang Community SHS. These are the schools in contest 2. Who do you tip?
My opinion will be based just on the fact that Tamale Girls come first, and I want to believe that they were seeded for that. I can't recall too well the performance of these schools in previous contests for me to judge based on their track record. But I presume Tamale being the top may have been seeded, and therefore their strength may come up better. Basically, because they are seeded. That is what I can say.
So you believe that the seeded school will make it to the next round. So, Mr. Charles said for contest 3, Vitin SHS, Toulon SHS, Dagbon State SHS, and Business SHS. These are the schools in there.
You know, previously or currently, competitions are full of uncertainties. And sometimes if you are not cautious, you might think a competition, they normally say it's falla for this type of school or this particular school. I expect some surprises from this third contest, but all being the same, I will stick my neck out for Gabon Senior SHS.
So James, contest 4, we have Tamale SHS, Yendi SHS, Kumbungu SHS, and Wapili Community SHS. Looking at this particular contest, do you think that Yendi SHS can challenge Tamale SHS to come out tops?
No, it's not a challenge to us at all. What we will be looking at is making up the marks. That is what we are looking for. These schools, well, I can't override them, but then they can't stand Tamale SHS. They can't stand us.
What are your reasons for saying they can't stand Tamale SHS?
Well, because we have the track record. If you look at all these schools, even from your records, you can see that these are schools that have not shown up at the national scene. Even at the regionals, they struggles. I think it's Yendi that has ever qualified some time ago, but if not that, no. And we also look at the effort that the school puts in training their competitors for this program. And from what we are seeing and hearing, I don't think it will be different from what we have known from other years. I'll not miss words. We are going through, no matter what we go through. What matters is making up the good marks. That's it. You want the truth, so the truth must be told. This one is Fala for Tamasco. It's Fala.
All right, so James, contest 5, we have Ghana SHS, Tamale, Pont Tamale SHS, Ambaria SHS, and Pandai SHS. Looking at this contest, do you think it's going to be a tough one for all the competing schools?
Yes, I'll go for Ghana school, even though I don't know how Pandai and Ambaria are preparing. But I think Ghana school will go through, and I've seen them. I've seen their contestants, and they're good, and I believe they will go through. I've not seen the others, but I believe Ghana school will go through.
So you believe that Ghana school will go through. Contest 6, we have Sabzugu SHS, Wulensi SHS, Saboba EP SHS, and Dabupa Technical Institute. Contest 6. Kindly give me your thoughts on this particular contest.
For this one, I wouldn't go for any particular school because it's open to all of them. Zabzugu, I don't know how strong their team is now, as well as the others. I don't know so much about them, but I think it can go anyway for that particular contest. Any school in that contest could win.
So you think contest 6 is an open group. Anyone can take the win there.
Yes.
All right, so Contest 7, Wale Wale SHS, Bunkurugu SATS, Nampanduri Business SHS, and Nalirugu SHS. These are the schools in Contest 7 from the Northeast region. So, looking at these schools, who do you think will actually be able to make it to the national stage?
Wow. This is another key contest that we're going to have. Wale Wale, Nalirugu, and then Nampanduri. It's going to be among these three. But you know, Wale Wale has actually been doing well for the past 2 years. They've been qualifying. And I know their trainer very well. She's a very serious lady. And I believe if it becomes difficult, they will go through. But it's still open. It's still open. I'm not too sure about their strength now. It's still open because I also know of Nalirugu. Their headmaster is a very serious man, and he actually wants to build up the team in Nalirugu. So over the years, he has been trying all he could to make the team a better team. So maybe they might come with some surprises this time around. Because actually the contest is between Walwale and Nalirugu. They struggle for regional capital, and so they will struggle for supremacy in terms of the science and maths quiz as well.
So let's move to contest 8. We have Damongo SHS, Salaga SHS, TI Amas, Salagan, Indera Jakpa SATS, and Bupe SHS. That will be the last contest on the day 2.
Honestly, this one too is very dicey. It could go anywhere. Damongo, Salaga. I mean, like I don't have so much information on them, but I think it could go anywhere. Any of them could pick it. I don't know how they are preparing, but then any of them could pick it because Damongo, you know, last year they qualified. They are still working hard to qualify. I know of Salaga TI who are also working so hard to qualify, beat Damongo and so on and so forth. So I won't go for any school. I think it can't go anywhere. Yeah, any of the schools could.
Thank you, James. If you have been with us through the discussions, I remember that you can get interactive on our social media platforms. It's at NSMQ Ghana on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So quickly, let's go to these central regional qualifiers. So we have contest 1, which is made up of Asin State College, Abakrampa SATS, Mankesim SATS, Academy of Christ the King, Ifutu SATS, and Mando SHTS. Let me come to you, Charles. Looking at this particular contest, the first contest in the central region, people may say that Asin State College looks like the obvious choice in this particular contest, but what are your thoughts?
Okay, thank you very much. Just as in the game of soccer, if it were to be soccer, I would say they are the favorite. But don't also forget that some of the schools have been in hibernation for quite some time, and they have been struggling and then preparing to at least qualify and then come to the national level. Like Mando Senior High School, some few years back, they were doing pretty well, but now things have changed. And expect Academy of Christ the King. I expect the competition to be a very interesting one. I spoke to Asin State, the coordinator. He has been calling for trial. Most often they use a very nice strategy. They start with the Form 2s as contestants. So in the subsequent years, then they maintain them and then they use them for the final year. Well, I expect the competition to be very, competitive and exciting, but I expect some surprises. I don't know. All things being equal, I will go in for Asin State, but competition, as I always say, are full of uncertainties. Academy of Christ the King, Mando Senior High School, watch out for them. Not forgetting the Abakrampa and then the Mankesim, which we may think they are under. Thank you.
All right, so contest 2. Fifi, can you help me out here? Contest 2. University Practice SHS, Mozano SHS, Besianse SHS, Nyakum SATS, Infantaman Girls SHS, and Namanwura Community Day SHS. We all know that Infantaman Girls used to do very well when it comes to the National Science and Maths quiz. But here we have University Practice also in this particular category. Do you think these are the schools who will be going head to head?
very well. I would go for UPSHS. I'll go for UPSHS, and the reasons are two. First of all, the track record favors UPSHS. The little resistance that possibly may come from Infantiman in terms of name. But with what I saw from Infantiman a few weeks ago, if that is what it is, then they may not be able to push UPSHS that much. I think it's a straight win for UPSHS.
But Infantiman Girls has been one of the, should I say, high-performing girls' schools when it comes to the National Science and Maths quiz. You do not think that they can qualify from this group?
You can say so if you are looking at what happened some time ago. The history that they have is that they've been to the final or so with one or two schools. But a lot has changed over that period. For the past 2 or 3 sessions, I don't think Infantiman has made it to the finals in Accra. So they have issues with preparation and keeping to the standards that they started with. That is the basis for which I conclude that it is going to be a straight win for UPSHS, unless something dramatic has happened from the last time I saw Infantiman a few weeks ago till the 10th or 11th of May, if that is right. Yeah.
Yes, so Charles, contest 3. Egwafo Abrim, SHS, Idnaman, SHS, GEA Mills, SHS, Sidik, SHS, Ogwa, SATS, and Trifopraso, SHS. These are the schools in the third contest. Who do you think comes out on top?
For this one too, I see Egwafo Abrim, a quick one. Last year, what happened was that Idnaman met Egwafo Abrim. They were in the same group. And Adnama were leading. It wasn't so comfortable, but unfortunately or unfortunately, depending on where it is going to, Egwafo Abrim overtook Adnaman by a single point, and Adnaman couldn't make it to the national level. I expect, this time, Adnaman wanting to pay Egwafo Abrim in their own coin, who are seated at the regional level. So I expect the competition to be between Adnaman and Egwafo Abrim. But being an old boy of Adnaman Secondary School, I will go for Adnaman Secondary School.
All right, so stay with me still. Contest 4. We have Infantipim School, Swedro School of Business, Jase SHS, Fetaman SHS, Trifo Himan SATS, and Enyamem SHS. These are the schools in contest 4. Infantipim School obviously is a standout school in this particular group, but do you believe that they will qualify?
Yeah. When you look at the pedigree in terms of, the records are there. Mr. Hope will bear witness. Infantipim have been doing well. They've won the national before. And I know the preparation they are making this year. I don't want to talk much. This year, I see them that they are really on their feet. And if they will, carry the day, they will not be complacent, not, look down on the other schools, Swesbu, Jase, but because now what is happening is that whenever some of these schools are coming to meet the seeded school, they also prepare in secret. Some schools are staying, as I speak with you now. Some of the Form 3s are still at school and the teachers are preparing them, seriously, trying to cover the topics so that they can do better. So, but all things being equal, I will stick my neck out for Infantipim.
Mr. Fifi, let me come to you, contest 4. You have your school in there. Do you think you have what it takes to qualify from this group?
Yeah, I think we have what it takes to go through contest 4. Straight through, and that is straight the School of Business. The Chufuhiman, Enyamim, Peteman may also try to do their best, but I think Infantipim will go.
So you think Infantipim will qualify from contest 4? Quickly, let's go to day 2. From contest 5, we have Agri Memorial SHS, TI Amas Ekumfi, and Sabah Presby SHS, Senior SHS, Asen Insuta Agrek SHS, and Asen North SHS. These are the schools here. Fifi, kindly help me out here. Contest 5, Agri Memorial, standout school. Do you think they'll qualify?
I think that it is going to be between Agri Memorial and TI Amas Ekumfi. The preparation would determine who carries the day. At a glance, I would go for Agri Memorial, but we need to be careful, as Charles said, when everybody is coming into a competition, be prepared. You see, the computer placement system can put a very good student in any of these schools. And so if you look at it and say that it is a mass and therefore you will not prepare well, or it is in Savannah and therefore you will not prepare well, you may have a surprise, as the Roxy keeps saying. I'll stick to Agri Memorial, hoping that they would prepare well and will be able to go through, even though TIMAS may try to give them a good chance.
Charles, contest 5, we have your school in the Agri Memorial. Fifi thinks that TIMAS can give you a run for your money. Do you believe that is possible?
The records over the years, they have been doing well. They have been doing well. And not forgetting, I've heard in Savannah, Presby, SHS, they started their preparation way back from Form 1. I've heard all that. The coordinator is a friend. I'm here to see them. There is a teacher who teaches here, and he has been telling me that they are truly fortified. It's about Presby. They started grooming them from SHS 1, but I've told him we are ready. We are also preparing. Actually, as I speak to you now, our students are in school and we are on them, grooming them, and we are going in for nothing but the win. We are not looking down on the other two Asin schools. You know, 2018, we were paired with Asin State, and it was a surprise to us. We were not expecting, we were targeting some schools who give us a tough time, but unfortunately for us, Asin State College pulled out a surprise. And I'm also looking at the two Asin schools. Being an Asin, sometimes they can worry. So I've told my boys and girls that they should go in all out and go and win, carry the day. Thank you.
All right, it seems like you are not undermining anyone in this particular contest. Fifi, contest 6, we have Sweden SHS, Obrachiri SATS, Kwejir Agri SHS, Jukwa SATS, Nyankomase Ahinkro SHS, and Odupon Community Day SHS. They are in contest 6. Who do you think should be able to qualify among the rest?
Should be able, should go to Sweden SHS. Your question is looking at who should be able. I think that Sweden SHS should be able, but a close chase may come from Jukwa. I've not seen Kwejagre, I've not seen Obrache and Yankumasi, but I've seen a letter from Jukwa, and I think that they may try to do something that will cause a surprise. And I expect that Sweden will be able to go.
So contest 7, TI Amas, Potson, Agona Fankoba SHS, Diaso SHS, Commander SATS, Berman Isikuma SHS, and Gomoa SHTS. These are the schools that make up contest 7. Who looks like the likely victor? Charles.
Yeah, for contest 7, I also expect all things being equal, TI Amas Potson to carry the day. But Berman Isikuma used to do very well. I remember some years back, 2014 thereabout, they were doing well when Mr. Hope was then the quiz master. Were doing some at Infantipim School. But for now, I don't know what is happening. Sometimes when the pillar that is holding the program is either gone on pension, it's not there, things change. And I hope that they give TI Amas Potson, if they should carry the day, an exciting competition. I know Mr. Hope has sown some seed at Jukwa, and I know the seed will germinate and bring good food. So I wish Bukwatu the best of luck.
Wishing Jukwa the best of luck there. Contest 8, Fifi, you take this contest. Winneba SHS, Obriyabwa SHS, Kwenyako SHTS, Inyadintra SHTS, and Asen Manson SHS. These are the schools I will be competing in the last contest. That's contest 8 in the central region. Who looks like they have what it takes?
I think that it is going to be between Winneba and Asen Manson. I'm saying Winneba and Asen Manson because the preparation over the period hasn't been bad for these two schools. Asen Manson lost steam when Bruno left that place, but I think that they are trying to revive their fortunes and they may be able to do better this time around. Inyandejra, Kwenyako, and Obriyabwa may not be able to do much in this contest. I am not looking down on any school or any team, but I don't think they can stand Winneba or Asen Manson. I'll go for Winneba 60, Asen Manson 40.
Thank you, Mr. Fifi. But looking at all the contests that we have reviewed so far, does any particular contest stand out to you that you think that this contest is a must watch for viewers?
Well, for the purposes of contests that would be exciting, for the purposes of one that you may expect a push and pull, some infighting, I'll go for contest 1, Asen State and Academy of Christ the King. I would also look at Iguafua Bremegas and then Edinaman. These are rivals. The other one will be Winneba Asen Manson. In terms of standing out, a must watch, I think these contests will come with schools that are quite close, and therefore you'll see a lot of push and pull. Perhaps Agri and Amas may also give us something to be excited about. That is, if you are looking at a contest that would see one school trying to overtake or chase the other close to its heels, that is one angle to look at. And for some other people who may want to find out what Infantifim will also have to offer this time, they will also be interested in contest 4, just to see what Infantifim will do. That contest may not be one that will be a push and pull kind of contest. I don't expect so. But for those who have followed the contest, who have followed the competition, and will expect that Infantifim will live up to a certain standard, they will want to come and see how that contest will pan out. And so in another breath, it may also be a must-watch contest.
Charles, same question to you. Looking at the contest we have reviewed, which one stands out that looks like it could be the most interesting or the most exciting?
Okay, I will say same. As my brother said, contest 3, let's expect Iguafu Abrim and Edinaman to have a keenly competitive contest. Let's expect that. And then our contest, Agri Memorial, I'm expecting in Savannah Presby to perform on the day, TI Amas to push us, but I expect that we carry the day. Then at Infantifim contest 3, there are contests there will be a lot of expectation. You know, Infantifim for some time, they have not gotten to or performed to where they've gotten to. And this time they expect much from them. And I know and I hope they will not just going for the winning, but the marks to that they want to amass is also crucial to them. And I expect that competition to be very exciting.
So thank you, Charles. So if you're still with us, this is the NSMQ review show. You can get interactive on our social media platform at NSMQ Ghana on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So we are fortunate to speak to some of the coordinators, the NSMQ coordinators in the Central region, the Northeast, and the Savannah regions. So let's quickly go and listen to their thoughts. We'll be right back.
It is our hope that we'll continue to fly the flag of Salaga SHS high. For 2 consecutive occasions, we've qualified for the national event. Last year, unfortunately, we could not qualify. We lost to our sister school, Namago SHS. It's our hope that this time we get back our regional pride to represent the Savannah region, the Gonja land. And so I'm assuring well wishers, and for that matter, all students of Salga Senior High, that this year their school will be represented in the national event by Alex Grace.
Last year, we got to the prelim stage of the national contest, and I think we couldn't proceed beyond that. This year, we are coming up against our sister schools who are also in the region. But so far as the region is concerned, I don't know if there will be a time that any of them could ever beat us. That is not possible. My brother is laughing, you know, but he knows that it's not possible. But we are hoping that our performance is better off this year, and with time, I know that with the support of the school and then the old students who supported us so well last time, I think you quite remember that we had a good display of a lot of things here, and I want to encourage you that please do well to support us again. We are looking up to you. You know, we derive a lot of motivation from what you do, and all that you say to us, the motivations, speaking to our students, encouraging us, we are most grateful to you. And we are also assuring you that this time we'll do much better than we did. God bless you.
Today we have been drawn with Infantipim School, Suedo School of Business, Jasi SHS, Himan and Inyan Mim. Yes, with much respect to Infantipim, we are coming as underdogs, but with a hope and our mission to project Veteman to the rest of the world, we hope and cause a stay to Infantipim for this year's regional contest. Thank you.
So you heard there from some of the coordinators from the balloting exercise in the central Savannah, Northeast and Northern regions. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us for today's discussion.
Thank you for having us.
So we have come to the end of today's episode where we reviewed the Central, the Northern, the Northeast and the Savannah fixtures. In our next episode, we will be reviewing Western, the Western, North and Greater Accra regions. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms at NSMQ Ghana on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. My name is Ato Pamena Afro Cleland. Bye for now.